Welcome back to Outside Views Military, and today we are analyzing the most significant upgrade to German naval aviation in the last 20 years. That's the P-8A Poseidon. This is not just a replacement for an old airplane, it's a fundamental shift in how the Bundeswehr operates in the maritime domain. For a long time, the German Navy struggled with the P-3C Orion, a legendary but aging platform that was increasingly difficult to maintain. By late 2025, the availability of the Orion fleet had become a critical concern for the Ministry of Defense. The solution was an expedited procurement of 8 P-8A Poseidon aircraft from Boeing. This aircraft is essentially a militarized version of the Boeing 737-800, a plane familiar to anyone who has flown commercially. But don't let the airliner silhouette fool you, because underneath that skin is a purpose-built submarine hunter. With a length of 39.5 meters and a wingspan of almost 38 meters, it's officially the largest combat aircraft in the Bundeswehr. It is powered by two CFM56-7 high bypass turbofan engines, which provide a total thrust of 240 kilonewtons. And this power allows the Poseidon to reach a top speed of 936 kilometers per hour. However, in the world of maritime patrol, speed is often less important than endurance and operational reach. The P-8A excels here, offering a ferry range of over 7,000 kilometers and a service ceiling of 12,500 meters. In a standard mission profile, it can fly to a target zone 2,225 kilometers away and stay there for 4 hours. And this capability is the reason why the P-8A is often called a game changer for the security of the North Atlantic. The primary focus for the German crews based at Marinefliegergeschwader 3 Graf Zeppelin and Nordholz is the Guyuk Gap. The Guyuk Gap, Greenland, Iceland and the United Kingdom, is the strategic gateway for Russian submarines entering the Atlantic. Controlling this area means protecting the vital sea lanes that connect North America and Europe. To find a submarine in these vast waters, the Poseidon uses one of the most advanced sensor suites ever put in the air. The nose houses the ANAPY-10 multi-purpose radar, which features a specialized periscope detection mode. This radar is so sensitive it can spot a tiny mass breaking the surface even in heavy sea clutter. Complementing the radar is the MX-20 HD electro-optical in infrared camera system. And this turret provides high-definition thermal imaging, allowing the crew to identify vessels from miles away without being detected. But the real secret to hunting submarines lies in the acoustic systems hidden in the back of the aircraft. The P-8A can carry up to 129 sonar buoys, which are dropped from the fuselage to create a massive underwater listening grid. And these buoys come in various types. Some are active and ping the water, while others are passive and simply listen. And there are even special buoys designed to measure water temperature and salinity, which are critical for calculating how sound travels. Unlike the older Orion, the Poseidon's digital architecture allows the crew to monitor dozens of these buoys at the same time. And this creates a live, three-dimensional tactical picture of the underwater environment that was previously impossible. When a target is located, the P-8A can transition from a scout to a striker in a matter of seconds. It features an internal weapons bay in the rear of the fuselage, keeping the airframe aerodynamic until the moment of release. Inside this bay, the aircraft can carry Marc 54 lightweight torpedoes, water bombs, and depth charges. Additionally, the P-8A has 6 external hardpoints under the wings for air-to-surface missiles like the AGM-84 Harpoon. And Germany has even announced plans to equip their Poseidons with the British Stingray Mod 2 torpedo to increase interoperability. However, the most important part of the P-8A is the human element, the crew of 11 highly specialized soldiers. The cockpit is manned by 3 pilots who handle the long-distance transits and the demanding low-altitude mission phases. In the back of the plane, the mission is run by 2 tactical coordinators known as TACOs. One TACO handles all communications with NATO ships and headquarters, ensuring the P-8A is part of a larger network. The other TACO coordinates the effectors, which is military speak for the sensors and the weapon system. They are supported by 6 sensor operators who are split into 2 teams, 3 for surface warfare and 3 for underwater. And these operators spend hours staring at acoustic waterfalls on their screens, looking for the tiny signature of a silent sub. Because the P-8A is a digital platform, it can share its data in real time via Link 16 and satellite communication. And this means a German P-8A over the Atlantic can feed a live target picture directly to a British frigate or a US Navy carrier. The transition to the P-8A has also led to unprecedented cooperation between Germany and its NATO allies. German crews have been training at Jacksonville in Florida and operating alongside the Royal Air Force at the Lossiemouth in Scotland. And this pooling and sharing of resources makes the entire alliance much more effective at tracking modern Russian submarines. The decision to buy the Poseidon was also a move toward predictive maintenance using the 737's global supply chain. And this ensures that the German Navy will not face the same availability crisis that grounded the P-3C Orion fleet. With 8 aircraft ordered and the first already delivered in late 2025, the era of the Graf Zeppelin flyers is entering a new age. The P-8A Poseidon is a clear signal that Germany is ready to take more responsibility for the security of the High North, and it provides a level of maritime domain awareness that simply didn't exist in the Bundeswehr before now. From the deep waters of the North Atlantic to the shallow littorals of the Baltic Sea, the Poseidon is now the eye in the sky. It's a force multiplier that protects critical underwater infrastructure like pipelines and, yes, data cables. And in an era of increasing maritime tension, having a reliable long-range hunter like the P-8A is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And the crew at Nordholz are now operating one of the most capable maritime patrol aircraft in the world. And for the potential adversaries lurking beneath the waves, the ocean has just become a much more dangerous place. So thank you for watching this little dive on Outside Views Military. The P-8A is a complex machine and we've only scratched the surface of its electronic warfare capabilities today. But if you found this analysis helpful, please consider subscribing to stay updated on the latest technology of the Bundeswehr, and we will continue to follow the integration of the Poseidon as more airframes arrive in Germany through 2028. Stay safe and stay informed.